Hello, welcome back to this channel. My name is JC. Today, let's study together another marketing law, the law of perception. So, this marketing law, there's a blog post or article about this by the esteemed software developer Eric Sink. Let's look at it together, and I'll read through the blog post, and then I'll share some thoughts. The law of perception. The law of perception says that in the battle between products, perception is more important than reality. People tend to think that the best product will win. However, as Ries and Trout say, marketing is not a battle of products, it's a battle of perceptions. Sometimes the best product does not win. This concept seems unfair, but it's fundamental, and we might as well just use to it. Ries and Trout go so far as to say that most marketing mistakes stem from the assumption that you are fighting a product battle rooted in reality. All the laws in this book and are derived from the exact opposite point of view. The real issue here is that the words better and best are subjective terms. People have different requirements and preferences upon which they form very different opinions. There are very few absolutes. One could credibly argue that IBM OS2 was better than Microsoft Windows 3.x. The 68K chip was better in some ways than the x86 line, but those are perceptions and opinions. In hindsight, we can simply say that more people perceived Windows and the Intel chip to be better. Reality still matters. My only gripe with this chapter is that it sometimes tries to convince me that perception and reality are entirely disjoint. They are not. Quite frequently, perception is merely an exaggeration of reality. I think it is important to remember the law of perception, but I would worry if small ISVs started taking too seriously. Specifically, let's not just give up on our desire to make our products better, choosing instead to spend all of our resources on the management of customer perception. The law of perception can help us understand when things don't seem to make sense, but it's not so powerful that product excellence doesn't matter. One final thought. The law of perception is just one more reason why small ISVs need to get specific as they choose their competition. Don't try to create a better product. That strategy is too vague. Instead, try to create a product which is better for a specific group of people with specific problems that are not being solved very well by others. That specific group of people will perceive your product as the best. So after reading through this, I have some thoughts. In marketing, there's this saying, perception is reality. I think that's on the most part is true, because when you just started up your business, you don't typically have a great product, so you have to rely on marketing, and then the packaging and the messaging and copywriting, all of those stuff are more important. So that's why and those are only related to perception. They don't relate it to the product itself. That's why the perception is more important in this regard. So perception is reality. That's one thing. The other thing is that I don't quite agree with Eric Sink. I think, product is important, but the thing is, in case of Microsoft, their products were typically not good until they incrementally improve and then get to a better stage for those products. So I think the marketing is more important the perception is more important because the product can always improve, but marketing and perception is hard to improve because there's this notion of first impression. So whatever impression you gave to the market, then the market will remember this, and it's hard to change. So that's why the perception is more important, and it has a long-lasting effect. So overall, I think for small businesses or startups, I think focusing on marketing is much more important than focusing on product. Of course, you can still focus on product, but the progress will be slower because you don't. Without focusing on marketing, then you don't have the mindset to always listen to your customer and things like that, and you can be very easily trapped in your product creation and product changes, and without you could ignore the customer requests. Anyhow, so those are my thoughts, and let's read through and study more law of marketing in the future videos. Talk to you later.